Buckle up because this one is deep. Angie Stone, a legendary singer, songwriter, and pioneer in the music industry, tragically passed away in what many are calling a highly suspicious accident. Just before her untimely death, Angie had been on a mission, exposing the dark side of the music industry, specifically Universal Music Group, for allegedly stealing from her for decades. And now she's gone. Coincidence? Or something more sinister? Let's get into it. Angie Stone had been in the industry for over 4 decades, leaving her mark in R&B, hip-hop, and even gospel. She was a founding member of the pioneering female rap group The Sequence, an established solo artist with hits like No More Rain, In This Cloud, and Wish I Didn't Miss You, and an actress who held her own alongside Hollywood greats. She wasn't just another artist, she was a major force. But despite her success, Angie was not living the life of financial freedom she had earned. And why? Because as she discovered, her money was being taken right from under her nose. Angie had been signed to MCA Records in the 90s, which later became part of Universal Music Group, UMG. For years, she assumed her royalties and publishing checks were going where they were supposed to. But when she started digging into her finances, she found something disturbing. Her royalties, her publishing, her mechanical rights, gone. Stolen. In a video posted on January 2nd, Angie shared her shocking findings with fans, saying, "I should have been able to retire 20 years ago. But there are key people that have been driving the ship, improperly representing me, stealing from me, and switching lanes because they knew I didn't know that part. See, I'm not an attorney. I don't know everything."
As I was coming through all of this, I soon found out that one of the biggest companies that I was with, Universal Music, it's the second part of the ugly truth. We began to research things to check on my royalties and my statements and things that of that nature, only to find out a lot of my publishing, a lot of my royalties, my mechanicals, they have all pretty much been stolen.
She made it clear. She wasn't backing down. She was going to fight for her money, for her children, and for her legacy. Universal Music, you're going to have to give up my coins. I'm doing whatever is necessary to make sure they pay me for the legacy of my life, for my children, and my grandchildren. And then, just weeks later, she's dead. Now here's where things get suspicious. Angie was involved in a fatal car crash while traveling back to Atlanta from Alabama. The van she was riding in flipped over and was then hit by an 18-wheeler. There were 8 other people in that van.
It was told to me that they were single-handedly put in charge of sending out letters everywhere to make people think that I was the cause of him being exposed to alcohol, to everything that could have gone wrong. And we need you to mail this out. And that person knew that it was all fabricated.
Angie was the only one who died. Let's break this down. An outspoken artist demanding money from one of the most powerful companies in the world, who had already exposed some of the music industry's darkest secrets, is suddenly the only person to die in a freak accident. Y'all see what I'm seeing? And this isn't even the first time an artist has mysteriously passed after speaking out. The music industry has a long history of artists dying under strange circumstances, many of them in the middle of legal or financial battles. But that's not all. In addition to calling out UMG, Angie had also been speaking out about how her career had been sabotaged by powerful people. She claimed that her ex, D'Angelo, and Mary J. Blige were used as pawns to ruin her reputation. According to Angie, industry insiders intentionally spread lies about her, specifically that she was the one who introduced D'Angelo to drugs and alcohol. These lies allegedly made their way into letters that were sent to key industry players, effectively blacklisting Angie and damaging her career. She said, "There was a person who was single-handedly put in charge of sending out letters everywhere, making people think I was the cause of him being exposed to alcohol and everything that could have gone wrong. And that person knew that it was all fabricated." She also revealed that Mary J. Blige never showed any gratitude for Angie's mentorship and even stole a song that Angie had recorded with D'Angelo. "Mary never had to acknowledge me, but I was surprised when my song, Every Day and Die, was leaked on her project. I really thought she had more respect for me than that."
She don't never have to really acknowledge me, but I was surprised at the end of the day when my song that we talked about the other day, Every Day and Die, was leaked on her project. I really thought she had a lot more respect for me than that. After all, my love and my hard work and perseverance with you was genuine. So that's my secret rendition of...
Angie made it clear. Her downfall wasn't accidental. It was orchestrated. And then there's Al B. Sure. Shortly after Angie's death, Al B. Sure posted a transcribed text conversation between himself and Angie. In the messages, she confided in him about her struggles getting a kidney transplant, claiming that hospitals were discriminating against Black patients. She wrote, "I have 2 possible donors, but they are discriminating against Blacks of a certain age. I'm leery to deal with the hospital system here. It's been 5 years now. I'm well overdue." Then she mentioned Diddy. "I've been praying for you ever since all this foolishness you've been saying for years finally got exposed. He's going down. I didn't realize just how much craziness you actually went through." Now, why would Al B. Sure post this? He had to know that this would fuel speculation, and honestly, it should, because this is all too coincidental. Angie's death was too sudden, too specific, and came at the exact time she was exposing some of the biggest players in the industry. Was this a tragic accident, or was someone trying to silence her? Let's not forget, Universal Music Group has been exposed before. There have been countless allegations that UMG and other major labels manipulate, exploit, and even harm artists who try to fight for what they're owed. And Angie was fighting. She was getting her legal team together. She was making noise. She was not going to let this go. And now, she's gone. I don't know about y'all, but something ain't adding up. What do you think? Does this feel like an accident, or was Angie's death something more sinister? And what about D'Angelo and Mary J. Blige? Do you think they were used to sabotage her career? Let's talk about it in the comments. And while you're at it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because this story is far from over.